this video if you are tired of your insecurities holding you back. So, the first question to ask yourself is, what are the roots of the insecurities? As a child, I was teased about my hair. I've been called cow plaits, doo doo plaits. And at one point, there was a boy at a church that we went to, and every time that he would see me, he would make an effort to say something negative about my hair. Now, my hair, you can't see my in this video, but you'll see in other videos, I have thick hair. It will be classed as 4C hair according to the hair system, right? So when it's out, it's thick. And my mum, bless her cotton socks, she wasn't a hairdresser like that. You know what I mean? So my hair being in big plaits, that's why people would say stuff like doo doo plaits, cow plaits. So all of those things got to me, you know? And the other thing is, I was teased about my gap teeth. I remember one time, no, not all the time, but there was one time where a boy said something about my gap teeth. And I can't remember exactly what he said. That's the joke. But I can remember where I was when he said it. And this is something I'm talking about like over 20 something years ago. It's mad, isn't it? Like the things that you can remember in life, but it's a long time ago because I'm 32 now. This would have been, oh shame, I'm not shame myself with the maths. I said 20 years ago. Shame, someone's gonna calculate. Some person is gonna calculate, and just anyway. I was about, between the age of 5 and 10, 5 and 10, or something like that. But he said something about my teeth, and that stuck with me. And there were other times, but I can't remember all the times. Thank God. So the teeth, the hair, as you can see. The other thing is, in life, sometimes, whether it's family members or other people around you, they make comments as well. It can be that they actively put you down, or they say something. It could be well meaning, or maybe they purposefully want to hurt you, but it just sticks with you and it adds to the insecurity. So as you can see, for myself, and I'm sure for a lot of others watching this, the roots of the insecurities, you can trace it back to childhood. The things that people purposefully said to you or flippantly said to you that have stuck with you for a long time. Yeah. Now, number two, what things or people in my life perpetuate these insecurities? So I'm speaking to now, what and who is in your life right now that is adding to it, that is maintaining these insecurities? The first thing is, do you have people in your life that put you down? If you have someone or some people in your life right now that put you down, you need to create space. You need to allow that friendship, allow that connection to drift. Yeah. And if it's a situation where maybe it's someone you live with and you can't do anything about it, then ask God for the strength to have that conversation, to let them know, maybe you used to talk to me when I was this age or that age. Maybe you used to flex on me and talk to me a certain way, but we're not going to play that game anymore. That game, that factory doesn't produce it anymore, and we're not playing it. Yeah, I'm a new person today. So you've got to love yourself and have that strength within yourself to say, you're not going to talk to me that way. Because in life, this is what you'll see. People will talk to you a certain way, but then they won't always talk to other people that way, because people treat you how you allow them to treat you, right? When you look at a doormat, when people walk into a house, the first thing they do is what? They brush off their feet. They brush their feet off on the doormat. If there's poo, if there's spit, if there's pee, that's what they do with a doormat. Don't make yourself a doormat. Don't allow yourself to be a doormat or the rubbish bin for people to dump on you, to dump in you. Yeah? So have those conversations that you need to have. Stand up for yourself and say, this makes me feel uncomfortable and this will no longer be okay. Right? The other thing is, it could be you perpetuating these insecurities. You haven't forgiven the people who hurt you, and you have taken on their lies as your truth. So, how do you talk to yourself, or how do you talk about yourself? This keeps the insecurities going. So, for me, the amount of times that I had put myself down about my hair, oh, my hair is so thick. I hate my hair. It's not 4C, it's 4D. Oh, my hair. Oh, or looking at my face thinking, I'm just ugly. Like I used to look at myself and think, oh, you're ugly, look at you. And all of these things, you just keep on telling yourself, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Whatever it is, you continue to tell yourself, how ugly you are, how not good you are at something. And the story just continues and continues going. So remember, you perpetuate the insecurities as well. So how we talk to ourselves, we can talk to ourselves with a lot more love, right? Okay. Now, the media. Is your media, whether it's social, music, books, TV, is it uplifting you as a person, or are you continuing to place things in front of you that make you feel inadequate? All right. So, at the end of the day, like many years ago, people didn't always have a lot of control of the media that they take in. But nowadays, you have situations where, we have YouTube on our TV. So I'm not even always watching normal TV. You can literally curate what you're watching. You see what I'm saying? So you can be more in control. If it's your social media feed, then you can control, oh, do I even want to use this app anymore? Or is this person I'm following or these pages I'm following, is this helping me to feel better about myself or worse about myself? At the end of the day, we don't want to, I'm not saying to coddle yourself and just insulate yourself from the real world that you live in, because you live in the world. But I'm just saying there's a lot of unnecessary things that we take in that we don't have to, that are damaging our self-esteem, that are making us feel worse, and we can control that. All right. Now, the last thing I want to end on, as I was putting this together, I thought about a quote that I read years ago. And please, please, please listen to this. The graveyard is the richest place on earth because it is here that you will find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled, the books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take that first step, keep with the problem, or determined to carry out their dream. Les Brown. So, isn't that a powerful quote from Mr. Les Brown? That is so powerful. And ultimately, that's what it is. Insecurities, it's just fear playing out, right? Oh, I'm a bit shy. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I can't do. Oh, I don't know if I can do public speaking. Oh man, do I look presentable today? Oh, I can't go out of the house, because I've just got my head scarf on. Oh, what will people think? What will people think? What will people think? And we live in this prison of what will people think, and all these different things that we tell ourselves and put ourselves down. Oh, well, I don't think I could do that because I'm not smart enough. There's so many different things that we do to put ourselves down, and it's all fear. I believe that there's a God, and I believe that there's a devil. When you're telling yourself all of these things, who do you think is behind it? For all of the people that put you down in your life and contributed to how you see yourself in a negative way, like, all of that is fear. There's a spirit behind it. That person is not your enemy. The being that was influencing them is your real enemy. And when you look at those same people and you hear how they may talk about themselves, you'll see the same fear and insecurities. Because a lot of times, as we've come to know, we project our opinions on people and, on the choices that they make. A lot of times we're projecting, well, if it was me, I would do this, or I think this. We assume because we don't have all the information. And you know what they say, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. So this is the world that we live in. People are making a lot of projections, right? And projecting a lot of fear. But we don't have to live in fear. Let me tell you something. All right, let me preach now. You see this YouTube channel? Do you think, yes, thank God I've got a bit more brave and a bit more talkative and energetic and natural on the camera. But do you think that it's necessarily easy, that it was necessarily easy for me to say, yeah, I'm going to make videos and I'm going to put myself out there online? Or even showing up each time to do a video? Because even today, I was thinking, oh, I feel a bit rough. Let me just cover the hair a bit, because I feel a little rough. So let me just throw on a headscarf, right? Do you know, maybe if it was 2 years ago or something, I would never do that. But at the end of the day, this is real life, because sometimes I've got a headscarf on at home and I'm doing these videos from my home. So I don't want to set some real unrealistic expectation for myself. Well, unless I come on the screen looking like I can't make a video. No, I'm sorry. I want to just be able to show up. Obviously, we all want to feel neat and clean for ourselves, but I want to show up and be consistent. Putting yourself out there is not easy. I'm just a small example for all of the people that we admire and follow. Look how many insecurities that they still have. Celebrities for a lot of us, that's the height of life. You've got money, you've got fame, you've got adoration, and look how they are riddled with so many insecurities. Why? Because when you look at the life story, a lot of them, someone, somewhere, something came into their mind and told them, you're not good enough, you're not enough, or oh, you're too this or you're too that, and they live with that. So for me, when I see that quote that's saying the graveyard is rich, that is heartbreaking. Isn't it heartbreaking? Because when you think of it, when I think of my life, or you think about when you talk to other people and you think that's a great idea, you should do it. Oh, that's wonderful. You should definitely do that. 2 years later, 5 years later, 10 years later, oh, did you do it? No, I haven't done it. Why? Because of the fear, the insecurities. People hold themselves back. It's like we're living, but we're not really living. And I already have enough shoulda, coulda, wouldas in my life. I don't want to add to it. Do you see what I'm saying? So for me, I'm like, yeah, like I enjoy doing YouTube. I enjoy creating and encouraging. I'm going to be consistent with it. I'm going to show up, right? And I'm going to show up and show people that it's a journey. Not just because you see me here making videos, I've not reached. I'm just feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Even with driving at the moment right now, I'm trying to get into the car more. I've done my driving test before and I failed, and I'm getting into the car more. And the more I do, I'm like, oh, praise God, I don't feel as much fear. Don't ask me where the fear came from towards driving. My husband and I, we've been in a car accident before years ago. It wasn't us driving. I'm not trying to throw the person under the bus, like it wasn't us driving. But I don't know if the fear came from that. I don't think so, right? But at the end of the day, I'm just feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Because guess what? Me not driving has held back me. It's held me back from certain experiences. It's held me back from getting on with certain things. So I've got to feel the fear and do it anyway. Because at a certain point, you've got to tell yourself, listen, even when I get in the car and I drive, or sometimes when you're in the passenger seat, all these people before us who have passed their driving exam, they're doing some mad driving. So I'm like, listen, you're no different from me. I'm no different from you. We're just all ordinary people. The difference is you just passed your test. And the joke is when you talk to a lot of people, they say, oh, Charlotte, it took me 3 times. I've heard 8 times. I've heard 12 times. I've heard different numbers as to how many times it took people to pass their test. So me, with my insecurity, you failed the test and you think, oh yeah, you see, inadequate. No, you failed. Keep on trying again. Keep on getting back behind the wheel. And as I said, I have to feel the fear and do it anyway. And that's what everybody has to do. Everyone that wants to like start a new project, start a new business, travel the country, travel the world, you have to feel the fear and do it anyway, or you're just going to continue to live in a bed, in a home of insecurities. Let me ask you something. Does it feel good? Does it feel good to constantly talk yourself out of doing the things that you even feel called to do? Does that feel good? It doesn't feel good, does it? Does it feel good to constantly put yourself down and feel like, well, unless I look like $1 million, I can't step out of the house? I'm sorry, that's a lot of pressure. And I don't care how many filters they want to put on social media videos and stuff like that. Like, I'm not succumbing to that. I have put filters on like pictures of nature and stuff like that. But in terms of my face, no, you get what you get. Hopefully the light is good and Bob's your uncle. But I'm not falling into the trap. And let's rebuke it. Let's reject that trap that says, oh, we have to like be fake. We have to be plastic in order to show up. Because that's not real. Because when you're at home and you wake up out of bed, you've got dribble on your mouth and matter in your eye. So today, if you're watching this video, say enough is enough, right? Enough is enough. We're not going to be insecure anymore. I'm not going to keep on talking down to myself anymore. Anybody that's in my life that's talking down to me, I'm going to put some boundaries in place and park them to the side and let them know, if you want to bash people and talk down to yourself, that's your business, but you're not doing it with me, because I love myself too much. Thank God that I finally think, oh, Charlotte, you look pretty today. Oh, I like my hair. It can be versatile. One of my favorite things is to get my hair done. I try little bits with my hair. When my hair's looking really fancy, my friend does it. She's a professional hairdresser. And I'm so grateful. This is the same hair that was called cow plaits. This is the same hair that I used to hate. And this is the same hair that so many people say, oh, I love your hair. It's thick, it's got body. And I'm so grateful for that. Even with my teeth, let me talk about teeth. And now that I'm saying it, everyone's going to be looking in my mouth, right? At the end of the day, I used to feel bad. Oh, I've got space teeth. Look at the world that we live in now. People are putting veneers on their teeth, and it's mashing up their mouth. Sometimes you have to watch the old school videos. It's only the other day. Check out my video, Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, 3 things I've learned from that movie. It's the other day I was watching Willy Wonka, the original one, and I was saying, hold on, what's wrong with their teeth? Then I had to remind myself, well, maybe some of the people in that movie just had particularly bad teeth. But then I had to remind myself, oh yeah, Charlotte, like, this is before 2024 when people actually had real teeth, when they actually had to show up in movies with just the way that they were born and not with some plastic fake teeth. And at the end of the day, we all have our different issues. There's health reasons. There's different reasons as to why we fix our teeth and do things like that. So there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm speaking to is the fact that, like, nowadays, everybody wants to get these fake teeth, but, they're having health issues for it. Do you see? So I don't think getting plastic surgery or anything like that is a sin. But I'm just saying, if you're going to go under the knife or do some type of invasive change or surgery, just consider and count the cost. I'm not saying that one day I may not get, I may not get braces. I may get braces one day because it has been a major insecurity. But at least now I can smile in a picture. I can smile naturally. I can either do the fake smile or I can do the real smile. But I'm more willing to just smile. The devil has allowed us to live in so much fear. And please, that quote, read it again and look at your life and look at the people around you and see just exactly how many people are living in fear, just how much we talk ourselves out of doing things. How much happier would we be if we just felt free? How much happier would we be if we just decided, you know what, let me learn to love myself. Let me learn to like myself just as I am. And let me give that to other people. So please, if you are fed up of letting your insecurities hold you back, then please, like, do the things that I said to do. And this is just a start. And if you know anybody else who needs to see this video, please share. Share this video. Because someone needs to hear this message. And we all need to hear it, really. I need to hear it for myself. Sometimes I've got to go back and watch my old videos and say, let me encourage myself, because I need to take my own advice for what I said to people to do in this situation, right? But I know how much more free I feel. I'm so grateful for my husband as well, because even though, yes, we've had our ups and downs, he's never ever put me down about my teeth or my hair, never. I guess because he's attracted to me in it, so, But you know what I mean? It's just nice when the person closest to you just sees your beauty. And sometimes you have to look at them like, are you mad? You think I'm beautiful? Really? Begging for that affirmation. Begging for that affirmation, But we don't have to beg for affirmation so much when we just learn to love who we are. So please, consider who's in your life. Consider your media. Consider all of these things. Remember, ultimately, the voice is the devil. And learn to love yourself. Learn to like yourself. You've only got one life. I'm 32. Do you think that I want to be 40, 50, 60? What will people think? What will people think? That's long. I don't want to do that, and I don't want you to do that. So let's live. Let's be the person that God called us to be. Yeah? Let's be happy. Let's be healed. Let's just love who we are. Because there's nothing you can do to change it. You can get all the surgeries you want, but if you don't fix the inside, you just might as well continue getting surgeries. This is why people continue to get surgeries, to make themselves look like a cat and all them things. Because when is it ever enough? When is it ever enough? Are you fed up enough of putting yourself down? I want you to ask yourself that today. And if you are, make the change today. You can do it. All right then, ladies. So thank you for watching. And while you are visiting, please remember to like and subscribe. Bye. Thank you.